The conference is in presentation mode. Your line is muted. This call is being recorded.
Directors with Wazsupp Crowdfunding. Guys, we're excited to share with you some information today that has totally touched each and every one of our lives, and we feel like this information will probably touch you as well. You know, about 7 months now, back in February, Ricky, Sahib, and myself began a journey that have led us actually to a company by the name of Wazsupp Crowdfunding. And this whole process actually was started because we all had a desire to help people. And truly, it all started because we wanted to help people. We wanted to help people who were struggling, people who had not accomplished the things in life that they had set out to accomplish in different industries, including the MLM industry and other industries. And so we want to start a company where 75% of the people could actually make good money on a monthly residual basis. And in that process, things happened, and it caused us to come to an idea that was envisioned by our CEO, Mr. Sahib. And this idea was to create a gift to the world. And basically this gift would be in the name of his son who had passed away a few months prior. And this gift, this mission, if you will, was to raise $1 billion. That's $1 billion to help people all over the world. You know, $1 billion to help people who were down and just couldn't get up, people who have become hopeless, who felt like they will never have the opportunity to be a success in life. You know, there are people out there, guys, that are suffering. I mean, as we stand here and talk and sit here today, there are people in Puerto Rico right now. I mean, look at what's happening over there, and not only Puerto Rico, but look at what happened in the Caribbean, those islands when the hurricanes came through, and in Texas, and in other places where people are literally some of them are dying, literally dying right now, and there's not enough people reaching out to help. Well, Ash's mission was to raise $1 billion to be that company that decides, you know what, we won't wait for some other company to do something. We won't wait for somebody else to do something. We're going to do something right now. Can you imagine where we would be now had we started Wazsupp Crowdfunding a year ago? You know, financially, what we'd be able to do if we had that $1 billion now to help people out in all those places I just mentioned. What we'd be able to do just, even for people who just, you know, who have medical issues that they don't have the money to get these operations, these life-saving operations for themselves or for their children. People who are living on the bridges who don't have the education needed to be able to go out and get a good job or start their own business, and we'd be able to say, okay, we will fund that education you need, that training you need. We'll help you get an apartment while you're learning what you need to learn to start a new life for yourself. See, we want to be that company that just has made a decision that we'll be the ones to make a difference. We won't say let somebody else do it. You know, it's easy to do that, by the way. It's easy to just say, well, you know what? Yeah, it needs fixing, but somebody else will do it. Yeah, I know they need help over there, but you know what? Somebody else will do it. I got too much to do. I'm too busy. I got other things. Somebody take care of that. Guys, at some point, when does that stop? Who becomes the guy that says, you know what, I'll do it. You know what, together we'll do it. Well, that's what Ash said. He said, let's be the company that creates $1 billion in 24 months where we can reach out there and help people. I am excited about being a part of that company. And there's many of you that's on this call right now that's excited about being a part of that company. That is our mission. That's why we're here. Guys, we're here to help people. I mean, first and foremost, and I know some of you have been tricked and you're thinking that you're going to come on here and be told how to make $1 million. And you know what? That truly could be a byproduct of why we're really here. And we're going to talk about that later. But that's kind of the byproduct. is being able to fund your own program. The real mission is we're here because we have hearts for people, and we want to contribute. We want to contribute to a campaign, to a crusade, to a mission of creating $1 billion so that we can help people all over the world. And sometimes I hesitate to say that because I think that people, when they hear it, they think, okay, we're doing this to help somebody else. Well, you know what? I want you to understand something. The hurricane didn't come to my house this time. Some of you listening on this phone, the hurricane didn't come to your house this time. But a year from now, the hurricane can come to your house. And wouldn't it be great, if it does, that there's a company out there called Wazsupp Crowdfunding that has $1 billion so that when you reach out to them and say, hey, I need help, they're able to help you. Because it's not always about the other person, guys. It really isn't. Our mission is to create that for people all over the world, and we are people. You know, next year could be us. Next year could be our brother, our sister, our grandkids, our children, our parents. And what we are doing today, this moment right now, the decision we're making is about helping other people. What we do now will determine what happens to us next year. So ASH's mission is about creating that $1 billion to help the world, and that vision is to lift people up, to help people that need help, to give hope to the homeless, to create a better world by doing good, positive things and allowing the ripple effect from that to touch lives everywhere. So that's our mission. That's our vision. That's his mission. That's his vision, and it's ours too, because I've totally bought into that. You may notice I get a little bit passionate about it because, guys, that's what it's about for me. My dad was a Baptist preacher, and I loved him to death. He taught me a lot. One of his lessons was that, son, he says, if you go through a day and you do nothing in that day to help somebody, if you don't reach out and help lift somebody up, if you don't pat somebody on the back and say, hey, man, good job, or if you don't encourage somebody by letting them know, hey, wait, it didn't go like you wanted, but I know you have what's in you. You have it in you to do it better next time, and I know you will, because you can. If you don't do something today to help somebody, you've wasted a day. A whole day. You've wasted. You never have a chance again to do something great for somebody. That day is gone. So with what we're doing with the crowdfunding, we're going to be able to help people today, tomorrow, next week, a month from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, because of the efforts that you guys are going to make, because of this vision that Ash Sahib had to help people by creating $1 billion. So now I'm going to take this moment, and I've mentioned Ash's name several times. I'm going to get ready to bring someone else to this line who is going to be the guy to tell you about him, to give you an understanding about his heart, about what he wants to accomplish here. I'm so honored. I've been knowing this guy for 25 years or so. I've worked with him before. I know him as a family man, as a man with a heart for people. I'm so honored to work with him and to be a part of what we are doing together, not only he and I, but all of us in this whole mission to help people. And I want to bring to this call right now one of our other global directors, Mr. Ricky Howe. Ricky, are you ready to roll right now?
Man, I'm ready, Fred. I just wish we could get you excited. If we could just get you to cross that plane and get excited a bit, it might be a little bit better.
I'll drink coffee next time.
Anyway, guys, I'd like to ask everybody on this call right now, is there anything possible that you could do right now that could bring you more joy in your life than to help the underprivileged around the world and also have a platform to fund your own personal projects? Now, think about that for a minute. Let me tell you what's happening here. This project is going to disrupt the whole industry. We are creating history. We're already creating history. Now I'd like to share with you the man that created this platform, that's all. It's Ash Sahib. And this is my history with Ash, and I'll tell you everything I know about this guy. He's fantastic. But I've known Ash, I've been in business with Ash for 25 years. He's an honest man, caring, transparent. This is important, what you need to know also. Ash is not motivated by money, guys. not motivated by money. He has built this platform for us and everybody around the world. So that was always important to me. But this is the most important thing that I can tell you about Ash Saeed. He is a man of massive integrity. Massive integrity. And what that is when you say something and you do something, they come together. That's Ash Saeed. And this is what I've learned and Ash has done for me, and he'll do for you. He has taken the ceiling off of my thinking. And what does that mean? What it means is, what you think you become. What you think about the most becomes your maximum potential. He has made me realize that everything is possible. And everything. And that's something that he has shared with me and many others that he's touched through the years. He truly believes anything is possible. And I'm going to tell you, if you embrace Ash's concept here, you will too. I mean, let's just talk about this for a moment. Think about it. The $1 million vision to raise over the next 2 years. And to show you how this guy has visualized all of this, it's simple. He believes we can do it in 2 years, but what he's talked to Blaine and Fred and I, and Mark Capiz, that, you know what, if we lock arms, I truly, truly believe in each other, and create a unified leadership, we could knock this thing out in a year. Think about that. Knock it out in a year. I mean, he could have picked a figure of, 500,000, or what have you, but no, that's not Ash Saeed. $1 billion. That's what's created the law of attraction all around the world. Right now, we already have 30,000 people, and this is 3 weeks today, guys. I don't know if you guys realize this is 3 weeks today, 30,000 and growing already. Y'all are the leaders. Y'all are in the catbird seat, guys. We are doing this because of Ash's vision and what he believes that we can accomplish. And I'm going to tell you that the $1 billion goal is to be able to help people around the globe that need it the most. Fred's already explained everything: the sick, the homeless, people with natural disasters. Folks, this is something that I am completely sold out to. And I'm going to encourage each and every one of you, if you sell out to this dream, you sell out to this campaign, you know what? The byproduct is truly what Fred said. The funds will be folded to you like you could not believe. And that's something else that I think is kind of the magic bullet with this whole campaign, is how he has folded this platform into its design that the givers become the receivers. Think about that for a minute. The givers become the receivers. I mean, you're going to be able to, your own projects are going to be funded. Your own projects. No restrictions. No restrictions. And I'm going to share something here quickly. Let's just say that you want to send your children to college. No restrictions. Let's just say you want to buy a house. No restrictions. Anything you want to do with the donations that are funded forward to you, it's yours to do what you wish. No restrictions. Zero. And guys, I don't know if y'all think or understand and believe this the way I do. This is truly a perfect circle of a win-win-win for everybody that's a part of this whole program. And I'm going to tell you right now, I couldn't be more excited to be part of this. We've been in this from inception. And you know what? We are truly going to bless the world. And I believe if we bless the world, we become blessed as well. But with that being said, I want to go ahead and bring on a gentleman that is absolutely dynamic. And I mean, this guy is a master motivator. And he's somebody that, I'm going to tell you, I've never heard anybody as gifted a speaker, other maybe than Fred Bender. And what I'd like to do right now is bring on somebody that I think has done a bang-up job, another global director, Blaine Williams. Blaine, are you out there?
I am. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. And listen, how can you not be excited listening? And I agree. Fred Bender can crank it up and paint the vision. And let me tell you something. The Bible says, my people perish for lack of vision. Fred, thank you, because we all need to have our vision stretched. And Ricky, laying that out about Ash's background and your 25-year history, it paints a picture that is just so difficult to not want to be attracted to. In fact, I'm just going to wrap this up. There's so little to say after hearing all this stuff. And what is there not to like about helping people? Listen, every business, I'm 64 years old, folks, which means I'm almost a fossil. I've got 5 children, 2 grandchildren. I'm a former collegiate football coach. I'm in the Hall of Fame of my college, which is a small college, by the way, out in Monterey County. Probably not a huge distinction, but it's nice to be in some Hall of Fame, besides my own mind. And I loved coaching athletics. I was a football coach, by the way. I loved coaching athletics, but I spent the majority of my career after that, for 30 years, in the business community, coaching people on peak performance. And I looked at something that attitude equals altitude. Attitude equals altitude. And your perspective of everything is what makes the difference. 99% of reality is perception. That's why it's important to communicate. That's why it's important to talk amongst yourself, amongst your team. I mean, a married couple never talks. They're not going to stay together very long. Or maybe, in some cases, maybe it's better they don't talk. But I want to share just for a moment, maybe about 4 or 5 minutes with you, a couple of thoughts, and then I'm going to really let you know what to do next. And I want to just say this to you. What we're a part of is an activity. It's been discussed many times that crowdfunding was written into law in the United States of America. We have people all over the world on this platform, and we welcome all of you. But in the United States in 2012, the Obama administration signed into law through what is called the Jobs Act, an activity called crowdfunding. And I want to let you know, it's not a business. And the money you get from it is not an income. And I'll tell you another thing, it's not a loan or a grant. You never have to pay it back. This is not a business, and as a result, it's not a network marketing project. It's not an MLM. What it is an activity of gathering from people, crowds of people, from all over, in our case, around the world, small amounts of donations. And listen to this. In our case, it is $35. One time, you never go back into the family budget again. That's why we are so excited, because people from every corridor of life, from every level of life, you may be on this call, and we have people that are homeless in our program. You can get 35 together, and then get it in. You never have to go back to that strained budget again. And then all you do is you bring 3 other people to the crowd, 3 additional people, and it opens the door to this activity. And all the donations, and Fred and Ricky both talked about it, it can be enormous. But I want you to focus for just a moment on a couple of things as I tell you that we are not a business, not an investment. We get maximum exposure with our crowdfund through the people that are coming in on referral, and everybody just puts that small donation of $35. And then someone says, well, what really would I do next after that? I'll tell you what you do next. I want you to focus on this, because mindset and perspective is everything. We had a great president many years ago in the early 60s. His name was JFK, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. He made a comment. He said, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country will do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. I can remember as a young child, many of you weren't born at that time, how heavily impacted I was about that contributing spirit that really had a lot to do with the raising up of the awareness of people around North America and the United States. It was an inspiration to people from all over the world, by the way. But I say, my fellow crowdfunders, ask not what this program can do for you, how much you're going to make, how rich you're going to get, but what you can do to help others, as Fred and Ricky have so eloquently said. If we get our eyes off of ourselves, I'm going to tell you, those layers and layers of donations will come, and they come in waves. When we open the doors in the days and weeks ahead, and the donations start flowing out to you and your family, and to your project, to your ministry, they come in these waves. A little in the beginning, by the way, $25, and then just under $300, and then $70, and then they grow up into the thousands and thousands, and yes, it could go on beyond that, into the millions. But the point is, that will all be representative of your service to other people. Bring your 35, bring 3 people that have a dream, a goal, and then teach them to do the same. And then I'll wrap up with this. There was a great motivational speaker and author, still is a great motivational speaker and author. His name is Zig Ziglar. He said, you can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. I've heard it clearly from my good friends and fellow global directors, Fred Bender and Ricky Howe, that the focus is on the other person, the most average and ordinary amongst us, that have a goal, that have an aspiration, that have a hope and a dream. I believe we're in a time right now where we have a responsibility, those that have been blessed, to bless others, to reach out and to help people have their hopes and their dreams restored. And Ash Saeed, out of the ashes of the death of his 25-year-old son, Christopher, has put a project together that says, let's redeem dreams around the planet. Let's make a difference with people. Let's give $1 billion away, but more importantly than that, if you can imagine something more important than that, let's help millions and millions of people have their dreams come true by being a part of the most major crowdfund initiative ever in the history of mankind. This is about giving. This is about sharing. This is about receiving. So let's get your 35 together. Now, you're going to have a little bit of additional cost because we do this in a currency called Bitcoin. There's a little bit of a transaction fee and all that. It's minor, so you may end up having $38 or $40. Get together with the person that got you on this call. They'll help you with all that. Get ready to get signed up. You can get into our pre-launch right now and get placed right into our system. And boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, Ash Saeed and his staff of programmers are working like crazy to get everything together. And in the days and weeks ahead, we will turn the machine on, and we will start a process that will be a revolution, a shot heard around the world that will change the lives for everybody. Stephen, I'll put this back over to you to end this call, and thank you, Ricky and Fred, and on behalf of Mark. By the way, Mark Campese is not with us. He is at his daughter Melissa's wedding. He sends his love and greeting to all of you, and by the way, pray for Mark. He's been writing his daughter off today. Stephen, I'll share this back to you, and thanks for having me on the call.
Thank you so much, Coach. Fred, was there anything else you had to say?
Yes. Can you hear me right now?
I sure can, Fred.
Great. Thank you, Stephen, for remembering this, guys. I want to take just a minute of time here and bring you guys an update, and then, as we normally do, we will go out and have our individual team calls and team updates and team training. After I make this quick update, this just came to me earlier this morning, and haven't even been able to actually get that information out to all the global directors. So I wanted to give you guys this information while we're all on the phone together. So I have a timeline now. We finally have a timeline of